Just working. That's better. Hopefully I get some viewers back. Thank you for your patience. Now welcome back. Go on my Sunday. Woo! Twice in a day. That's got to be a record. This show proves to be almost better than the first one, hopefully. I've got it right this time. I do have my monitor set up. It's an iPad, in fact, set up just so I can make sure that everything is running technically smooth. And it wasn't at the beginning, but now we've come back better than ever, like many people before us. Let's think of some now. Who come back stronger than before? Many boxers, I don't know, but some of them come back weaker, don't they? And that's always a shame. Speaking of coming back stronger, I think this haircut is better than the last one. Yeah. Good. I decided to go short because it was so hot, right? And as always, when I get my hair cut thinking, oh, it's hot, I'll trim this back, suddenly it went very cold, which is terrifying. But what was more terrifying, when it is hot, I do sweat quite profusely, quite a lot. Like, put it this way, in a night I can go through 3 or 4 pillows. I have to change. I actually have a pit crew there just waiting, and I just gently lift the head, move the pillow, and then put in a new one, and then off I go. So as not to wake up and ruin my sleep pattern, and to avoid any cause of drowning. Actually, that's always a good idea, because I mean, you don't want to drown at the best of times, let alone under a comfy duvet. That's always going to be worse. In fact, if people are drowning and people go, would you like a duvet? They always say no. So I must be onto something with that, I think. Got my hands in my pockets like a naughty school voice. But yes, it was quite hot. And it was quite embarrassing, right? Because I do sweat quite a lot, which is the reason for the jazz hanky. And I went to the hairdressers. And I thought, it's hot. Take the edge off, go nice and shortish, right? And first of all, they put this papery thing round your neck, like that, so they can put the robe on you, like that, so you don't get hair all over yourself. And yeah, so he goes like that. Whoop, goes to put it round, instantly wet and breaks. I was like, oh, this is a good start. This poor boy had to go around with a hairdryer, like drying my head off, and all throughout they were like throwing powder on it. They were using tissues. I had to call a plumber at one point. It's really embarrassing, actually. And but yeah, no, we got the haircut eventually, and I gave him a nice tip, just to apologise for the chaos and damage to the flooring, chair and possibly ceiling after the haircut was done. So all's well in all of that. And I was actually really impressed by the guy who cut my hair as well, because like, he obviously did a good job. This is not the job that he did, right? Because I sweat through hair gel, so it's kind of pointless me using it ever. So there is some gel left, but this is what this looks like. But they do the thing with the hair dryers and combs and magically make it look like great, right? Which I can't do at home. I haven't got a hairdryer or 6 hours available before I have to go out anywhere. Right, so he does that, and he looks at me in the mirror, and he's like, you're not gonna do this, are you, at home? Let's be honest. So he got a little bit left of gel or wax, whatever he had, and just went, yep, like that. Messed it up a little bit. I was like, there you go. Someone using their mind, someone thinking in the hairdresser this time, and I like that. So thank you to him at Turkish barbers. There's probably one near you. Use it, hey, because it's a great all-round experience that I enjoy quite a lot. Because I've been to, can't really go to health spas and things like that because I'm good for a massage to about there, right? And then beyond that, it's like it's just like tickling and stuff, like yay, and they're like, whoa, what are you doing? I like kicking out and stuff, so pretty pointless when you go into a health spa. I mean, they'd have to have several people holding me down, not because I'm really strong, just because, you know, or one giant man holding many down, or woman now. I'm just, can't say women, it sounds pervy, so just a bloke, another small person just going, massaging the back. I don't really think that through, but what? My point is, it's the nearest thing I'm going to go to a health spa, and it's quick, isn't it? It's quick. Not like a health spa, it's like a whole day of relaxing, which I'm not good at. And because the other thing I've been trying to do is I've been trying to eat a bit slower. I say that, it's just started today, actually. It became apparent that I have not only been competitive in every other aspect of my life, but also in eating. I think it comes across a little bit. I'm like, and go. Finish before all of you. I'm the winner. But I'm not, am I? So I'm trying today, eating a little bit slower and trying to think about the flavours that I'm taking in. I can taste the cheese in the omelette and the eggs and stuff. And it was good. I was like, this is good. I'll have to start applying this, but it's years of undoing the old training of wolf down. Which is probably why I've put weight on, actually, to be fair. And I see a big pile of food, I think I better eat this quickly before I realise I'm not hungry anymore. And it's just, because I'll eat it, I'm like, wolf, 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 wolf. I could still have another piece of something, and then I eat something else, and then before I know it, I'm just like, I can't move. So that needs to stop. So I'm going to try and eat a bit slower, I think. That's going to be my plan. Hot. Yeah, I've also been wearing shorts a lot recently. I quite like shorts now, because for the longest time I just wore trousers. It was like, why mix it up too much? You know, might get cold later on in the evening, but there has been one slight issue that's been pointed out to me. Apparently, and I disagree actually, apparently my socks look stupid. Because I like to pull my socks up, let the world know that I'm wearing a sock. Ta-da! Yes, because I've not only, nothing more glorious than a long sock, is there? Just pulling it up, just letting people know I have a right. There's been too much sock shaming going on in the world. People are ashamed of their sock. You can't wear a shoe without a sock, it's weird. It's just weird, isn't it? I mean, like, people like go for the, I'm not wearing any socks because I'm cool look, right, with their shoes and like, I used to go clubbing, I used to have a thing of like, you can't come in here if you're not wearing posh shoes. You could be fully tracksuit up, but if you had trainers on, no entry. But if you wore like full on thing and then like 1920s dancer shoes, well, I'll come in then. And I think it was maybe so you wouldn't be able to fight in them so well, but I don't know. Plan your day a bit better. But yes, you weren't allowed anything but normal. But now I think it's like more of a sock thing if they see you with a sock, they're like, no, not today. Then you have to go around the corner, get someone to just burn the sock off. So there's no sock. Well, you just take them off, I suppose. Just give them to a homeless person, do a charitable deed, make sure that their feet don't get too cold. Keep their socks changing, like in Forrest Gump, where they told them you must change your socks at every available opportunity. So yeah, I think I like a good sock. There's nothing better, is there, than getting to the top of a mountain or something and just doing the full Captain Morgan, going, yes, and then revealing the sock to the whole world. Because you can see that, you can be at the bottom of the mountain looking up and you will see, look at him in his glorious sock. So I think this sock is the way forward, but I could be wrong. You know, it's not a health and safety thing, is it? Or maybe it is. I mean, also I sunburn quite easily, so it's nice to. Also, if you wear the sock high, then when you get a good tan line going, later on, you come out and people are like, oh, he's wearing socks, but you're not! So you don't have to even ruin your socks by the pool. So people will be like, wow, he's wearing socks, and he's not wearing socks. Pale marks. Pretty good. Yeah, that's what we want on holiday. Nice swimming pool. Love a swimming pool. It's good, isn't it? Like the ocean. You just sort of like, the ocean's fun, isn't it? Like you go in there, it's sort of like, ooh, waves and ooh, oh, splish splash, splish splash. You know, it's all salty and horrible, makes your hair go to shit. Your swimming pools do that as well, but not as much. You know, you've never been in a pool, and pools can have a wave machine as well, so that's that sort of thing. Right, so, be a swimming pool, always good, you know, drink in a swimming pool, and there's no danger, it's just going to be like, shark! Like, whoa, I've lost a leg, which is good. Yeah, because Jaws is a pretty scary film. Which made me think, well, just won't become a fisherman. That's Jaws, right? But, yes. So, all this information so far might not be all that accurate. So maybe it's time for something a little more accurate, isn't it? It's time for Geoff Fact, 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 Yes. Not all Eskimos are called Philip. Geoff Fact, 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 There you go. That's good. You can throw that in like a word of wisdom in any situation where, I don't know, I've been pulled over by a policeman because they're bored and it's 2 in the morning, they've got nothing better to do with their lives. Right. Do you know how fast you were going? Not all Eskimos are called Philip. What? In fact, that'll help you. Especially if you've done something properly wrong. And rather than waive the right to remain silent, just start throwing stuff out like that. Just, not all Eskimos are called Philip. Right. Okay. I'm going to have to write that down, aren't I? Yes, yes you are. PC waste of time. I have no problem with the police. Because I behave myself. It's that simple. Isn't it? There's many things that... It's not worth my time, is it? It's just... You know what? Don't drive around like a complete fucking idiot. Right, if you're going like 5 miles over the speed limit, or you know, you went 40 and a 30 because you know, fine, just go, well, just in future, because you slow down. Alright, cool, now I'll slow down. You know, here's a fine, oh, fuck off then. You're just going to speed forever, whatever, wangers. But you know what, slow down guys, we're all in this together, yeah? Slow down. It's not a, just go go-karting once a week, get out your system, or go on a track day or something, you know. Hey. Slow it down. Come on. In this together, like face masks, all that shit. What's a load of bollocks? So fucking annoying with face masks now. The only good thing I found with them is like, be just out in public or something like that, and it's like trolling on Facebook and stuff like that. Just like look at that fat wanker. Just a bit of fun. Turn around and go, did you say something? No. I did have someone try and mouth something to me the other day. You know when you're sort of like in a situation where someone's just a bit of a dick, and you're sort of like, what a dickhead, right? I knew they were trying to mouth something, but I couldn't tell what because their mouth was covered. And so they're like going. How does that help anyone? But no, fair enough. But yeah, so I just want it over now. Complete pile of shit. And I know there's people that like go, well, you've got to and save the world. Well, do the speed limit and I will consider, no, actually fuck it, who cares? I'm not that committed. That's why I don't do political material, because I don't care enough. I'm like, whatever. Do what you like. If you want to go speeding through the road, that's your choice, isn't it? You know what I mean? Eventually, hopefully no one else, yeah. Hopefully you would just write off enough cars without anyone getting injured that you think this isn't fucking worth it. I don't know. Oh God, we've gone the wrong direction. Right. Let's bring things back up again and we'll go to your questions. Yes, it's time for your questions, everybody. Right, had some questions in this week, which I haven't really looked at, but let's have a go anyway. Shuffle them up. Right, we start with our first question. It's Joan from Zimbabwe. Hello again, Joan. Hope Malcolm's feeling better. Joan from Zimbabwe has asked me, when you are old, what do you think children will ask to tell stories about? That's a good question, Joe. Probably this. Can't believe you started off the way you did. Tell us about your humble beginnings. I don't know, really, what story that would be like. Hopefully it would just be things as trivial as like, oh, what was it like when you could all smoke in a pub? What was the old tellies like? Things like that. What was it like before a mobile phone? Ooh, hopefully. I just really hope it's not. What was it like when you could actually like shake people's hands and hug people? Go into a pub and not have to be sat down the whole time. Hopefully that. So yeah. I don't know. Hopefully they'll ask about this whole lockdown thing as a sort of ridiculous fucking thing that happened. Yeah. Oh, you're around for that? What was that like? What? Let me calm down for a little bit. An excuse. No. Very exciting. The people We're all very upbeat about the whole thing. Weren't today. Right, what's the your question side? No, still there. Right, next question is from Amanda from Grenada. Hello, Amanda from Grenada. She's asked, ever thought about coming to the Caribbean? Yes, I have. I've heard wonderful things, and I hear Grenada's a wonderful place, and I would love to go and see what it's like. Because you know what, the best thing in life is just seeing some stuff, talking to some people, hearing some good stories, and having some good food. And I believe the Caribbean has a lot of that. So yeah, I will have to go and bring some sun cream, obviously. Stay safe. So yes, thank you, Amanda from Grenada, for your question. Next one is Mark from Denmark. Mark from Denmark. That's what it says. Says, do you have a good luck charm? Nope. No, I don't have any good luck charms. In fact, I like to try and steer away from anything that might become that way. I think I'm more heavy towards like jinxes and things like that, because it fucks with your head. Like if you like have a thing like I've got to have my lucky shoe on or something, or like I can't cut my beard all season long while I play my sports, then it's in your head, and if something goes wrong, then it sort of messes it up. So like, I try and avoid it entirely. So say if I do like a stand-up gig and I've like got a brand new jumper on, I'm like, and the gig doesn't go so well, I will purposely wear it until I have a good gig, which will be the next one because it's fucking awesome. And then I'll like just put it in with the rest of them. Or I might not wear it like directly the next gig, but I'll just bring out another one and just be like, yeah, fucking bring it on. I'm too good for this shit. So yeah, I don't have any good luck charms. I like to just stay free-minded. Says the guy who's worn the jacket, the same one every show, with my same hanky. None of this is lucky though, because we had technical problems at the beginning, didn't we? Right. James from Iceland. Hello, James. Speaking of cold weather. Chilly out, isn't it? Unless you live in a supermarket, in which case, also cold. Anyway, let's try reading, shall we? Right. When is censorship warranted? Well, James, Jesus. You know what? With censorship, I just think a disclaimer at the beginning, and then you just show what you want. Otherwise, it's just too much, isn't it? Just, stop it. Don't put any censorship on the news, do they? It's like, oh, and here's some like casualties from a thing that happened that was awful, and then you just go through them, or here's some starving people, and it's just like, that's what? But you can't say fuck on EastEnders. What's going on? I'll be sworn at 1,000,000 times and see that. Yeah. Or be involved in it, in fact. And if you think differently, have a drink of sherry, you lunatic. I don't know, I don't really say right. Okay, cool. Next one is Sarah from Reading. Hello. And she has asked me if you could choose anyone dead or alive to be president, who would it be and why? Well, don't know. I think anyone dead would be pretty quality, wouldn't it? We could do like a weekend at Bernie's, but like for a president. It make as much sense, I think. Yeah, because presidents, prime ministers, all of that, I think it's just a face to put it all on, and so it doesn't matter, does it? And I think so. If someone was ballsy enough to just have a dead one, just a dead president, just going, hello, I think that would be quality. I'd watch that. Just someone just coming out going, and here's the new president of Norway. Be good for questions, isn't it? What do you think about how do you explain the new tax rises? Bingo. I don't know. I don't know enough about politics, to be honest. But I tell you what, though, I think generally speaking, the dead ones are always more popular, aren't they? Just saying. Suddenly they've done nothing fucking wrong. So yes, the dead one, because they're always more popular, aren't they? I mean, especially like Lincoln, fairly popular apparently. JFK, popular. Other ones, Nelson Mandela, he was popular. President. Sadly not with us anymore. So there you go. A dead one. Anyone, doesn't matter. Right, and lastly, last question. I know there'll be more questions next week. And we've got Frank from Madagascar. Which is not a million miles away from Kent. True story. Now, Frank, where is the most uncomfortable place you've ever slept? Slough. Just in the back of a car. You know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you just, in my younger days, you see, it was like a student house. I always had this great idea, sleep in a car, that would be cool. No. Freezing near to death in the back of a fucking clapped out Vauxhall Corsa. Having to run the engine at night to get some heat out of it, it's just going like, you got to deal with the cold air first, it's like, cold! So yeah, just, you know, if we've learned anything from this evening, stop kicking the box. There's a small midget down there who's throwing a tantrum at the moment. But yeah, so we've learned anything from this evening. It's that you should never sleep in a car unless it's the best option. There you go. I think this has been rather wonderful this evening, don't you? I do. So, if you enjoyed it, do join me again next week at 7 PM on Sunday, where we won't have any technical fucking issues. Okay? Thank you very much and good evening. Wah.